Genesis 22, verse 18. Will all the nations of the earth be blessed, or all the families of the earth be blessed? And the answer is no, giving all praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua B'Shem Rakah Kodash. And I'm going to show you what the word blessing is. And we will be blessed. Esau is blessed right now. Esau is not going to be blessed in the kingdom. This is a comment that was put up on one of my videos. The one dealing with the MOTB concerning IUIC, New Jersey. And this is the comment. It says, Spiritual Food 144. Shalom, Elder Tahar. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua B'Hashem Yahushua Barakatah. This name means the Most High, in the name of Yahushua, bless you. The meaning of Genesis 22 verse 18 is talking about the fact that when the kingdom of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is established here on earth, it's going to be pure righteousness, and the nations that will be our slaves in the kingdom will not only see that, but be under the rule of righteousness. And that's how they'll be blessed, right? Wrong. So let me go to the actual precept. Genesis 22 verse 18. And in thy seed, you know what, let me go a couple of verses above that. '16th verse. Genesis 22 verse 16. And said, By myself have I sworn, saith the Lord Yahweh, for because thou hast done this thing, and hast not withheld thy son, thine only son, that in blessing, and you got to read from the top. I'm not going to go to a whole explanation. This is dealing with Abraham and Isaac. It says, and that in blessing I will bless thee, and in multiplying I will multiply thee, thy seed as the stars of heaven, as Israel, and as the sand which is upon the seashore, and thy seed shall possess the gate of his enemy. Ultimately, that's Esau. You know, a gate is a boundary. You come to a gate. Ancient world, you had cities. You had no man's land, and you had cities. And the city had a wall around it. And you would go to the gate to say you come to see the king, or you come to see this individual. And the guard will say, is this man come to see you? And he say, yes, let him in. If not, you say no. And if he comes for war, you go to war with him. Jerusalem was had a wall around it. Now what Esau did in Luke the 19th chapter, he put a wall around it. He set up a trench, which goes into the word karax. That's a whole nother lesson. Then he put stones and plaster and made a wall, so nobody can come in, nobody can go out. And the same thing gonna happen with Esau. We're gonna set up our own gates, our own boundaries, like the kingdom itself, Jerusalem itself. Goes on to say, 18th verse, and in thy seed, Abraham's seed, meaning the seed from Abraham to Isaac to Jacob to Israel, that's the blessed seed. And in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed. All the nations of the earth being blessed is the rest of Israel, because thou hast obeyed my voice. So Abraham obeyed the voice of the Most High. and did the will of the Most High is going to bless Esau? So now let's go on to the word bless. And the word is Barak, which means bless. The King James translation, Strong's H 1288, in the following manner: bless, salute, curse, blaspheme, blessing, praise, kneel down, congratulate, kneel, make to kneel. The Rothschilds and the super elite are blessed because people bow down to them. And it doesn't mean that you see everybody sees a Rothschild or somebody of the elite that bow down to them, but there's an order there that they're definitely under them. It says to bless, kneel, to bless, to be blessed, bless oneself, to bless, to be blessed, be adored, excuse me, to cause to kneel, to bless oneself, to praise, salute, curse. Now, it doesn't mean the one that is blessed is going around kneeling to people. It means that the blessed one, people are going to kneel down to them. That's in Isaiah 49. I'm not going to go to it. I'm down here where it says kneel down. And he kneels upon his knee. This is 2 Chronicles 6 verse 13. For Solomon had made a brazen scaffold of 5 cubits long and 5 cubits broad and 3 cubits high, and had set it in the midst of the court, and upon it he stood and kneeled down upon his knees before all the congregation of Israel, and spread forth his hands toward heaven. So there was a time where Solomon did the right thing, and there was a time where Solomon did the wrong thing. That's when he got older. Psalms 95 verse 6, KJV. O come, let us worship and bow down. Let us kneel before the Lord our power, because the Lord our power is truly blessed. So we're going to be the lords on the earth, where we're truly blessed. And when you're blessed, like Mayweather brags that he's worth $1 billion or $500 million, but he's not truly blessed because they be talking shit about him. You know, the news is that his daughter's facing 20 years for the stabbing incident. Now, if the Rothschilds, any of their sons did that, or daughters, they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do a day in jail because they're blessed. Money doesn't bless you. Being in rulership blesses you. So Esau is blessed to this day, but he's slowly or quickly losing his blessings. And when our kingdom comes, there's nothing that we can do wrong. Everything that we're going to do is right. And that's going to be literal. Everything that we're going to do is right and perfect righteousness, pursuant to Jeremiah 31 and 31 and Hebrews, Hebrews 8 verse 6, which speaks about the new covenant, is going to be given to us. The laws are going to be put on inward parts, and the rest of the nation, they're going to go off and they're going to get beat down for it, or put to death until they get it right. But the Most High is not going to put it in the inward parts. That's why it says we're going to be a kingdom of priests. So it's going to go beyond the tribe of Levi. It's going to be all the tribes of Israel, the men. Now I wanted to go into something else. Like I said, this is not long. Getting ready to go out there and try to make some shekels. Genesis 6. And somebody had did a video on this, talking about angels having sex with men. Esau teaches that nonsense. Let me start at the first verse. Key point is down into the fourth verse or so. But let me start from the top. It says, Genesis 6 verse 1, and it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God, which are the Hebrews, before they were known as the Israelites, they were known as sons of God. And by the way, the word Israel means sons of God. But instead of this word sons, the word there is prince. What is a prince? If you see a prince, what comes to mind? His son, if he has a son, he will become a prince. The prince's father would have to be a king. If your father's not a king, then you're not a prince. So the sons of the Most High are the princes of the Most High, because the Most High is the king. It says that the sons of the Most High, which is Israel, before they were called Israel, they were called sons of the power. Which is Bunyam Allah, sons of the power. Which they were also known as Hebrews, Shemites, Aphaxad, the 5 sons of Shem. Aphaxad was the principal son. Then they were known as Hebrews, and then they were known as Israelites. It says that the sons of the Most High, which are the Israelites, which were not being called Israel, saw that the daughters of men, that the sons of men who had daughters, they looked upon them and they said they're beautiful. That they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. Which we're not supposed to do that. Now, can you have concubines? Yes. It says, and the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. So they went from 900 to 960, I believe it was 969. It was 969 Methuselah to 850. But before the Most High reset their clock. So he said, I'm going to bring it down 120 years. Then ultimately he brought it down to 70 years. And with strength 80. Because when you hit 70, 80 years old, that's when you're constantly going to the hospital. You're getting got to do the pharmaceutical thing. You got to change parts of yourself. And if you don't do that, you're going to die. So you're already dead. You start dying at 80 years old. On the average. Even Esau tell you that. It says, third verse, and the Lord Yahweh said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh. Now to show you that these are not angels, that the sons of God came down and got with the children of men, when you go to 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter, around about you can start at the 38th verse and read down. And it said there's different glories. The glory of a fish is different from the glory of a bird. The glory of the angel is different than the glory of man. Ain't no angel's gonna come down and have sex with regular women, and all of a sudden you have these hybrids. That's that Esau fucking nonsense, man. And I listened to this. I was listening to the Fopi, and they way the hell off. And they even got woman teachers, and this woman taught it, man. And that's what. Why do you think Sonetta said what he said about GMS? Sonetta made the statement that the premier camp is GMS. So if he don't call you no more Captain Tazariak, you know why. You ain't the go-to guy no more. And he's going to bring those things up to these guys if they still deal with him. Individuals like Captain Tazariak. And Captain Tazariak, you made a major mistake in getting with Johanna, or General Johanna, in the ISUPK. You should have got with the GMS. Now, whether you're one of the elect or not, I don't know. Whether I'm one of the elect or not, I don't know. I pray that I am. Because only the elect. Now you got people saying that Sonetta is a part of the elect. Anyway, it says, third verse again, Genesis 6 verse 3. And Yahweh said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh. Yet his days shall be 120 years. There were giants in the earth. So now you got to go into what's the word behind the word giant? What's the actual word there? It said there were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of the Most High, which Israelites, before they were being called Israelites, the Hebrews, came in unto the daughters of men. Remember, angels have a different makeup than humans, for lack of a better term. Angels don't come down and have sex with women and have hybrid humans. That's some sci-fi bullshit. Let me read that again, 4th verse. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of the Most High came in unto the daughters of men, meaning had sex with the other nations' women, and there bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which are of old, men of renown. Let me give you an example. You have Jake athletes that might get with another nation, and those sons that come out of that union, they're like Jake. They move like Jake. They dance like Jake because they're Jake. That's what that means. Because these other nations are not great. They're not great. They can't excel in sports like Jake. Jake, when I say Jake, I'm talking about the Israelites. We're the supermen. We're the sons of Jarrell. We're Kal-El, which is Superman's actual name. Not no damn Clark Kent. It says, It says there were giants in the earth in those days. Let's see who the giants were. That's why you got to go to the Hebrew. The word is napayal. Okay, it says giants, the Nephilims, whatever the hell that means. It says this is properly a fella, a bully, or a tyrant, or a giant. And these guys are going off, man. Napal. Fall down, cast down, fall away, divide, overthrow, lay down, inferior, lighter, to fall, lie down, be cast down, fall. So we are the fallen ones. We are the ones in chains of darkness, as Peter spoke about in Jude. What does it say in Psalms, what is that? Psalms 82 verse 6, if I'm not mistaken. Ye shall die like men. Ye were gods, giants, but ye shall die like men. Why? Because the Most High took most of your power. And the Most High taking most of your power, you're still more powerful than the other nations. Let's read chapter 6 again, Genesis 6 verse 4. There were giants, which are Israelites, in the earth in those days. And also after that, when the sons of the Most High, which are the giants, came in unto the daughters of men, the other nations, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. Or I'll give you an example. The Rock is who he is because of his father, not because of his mother. What's this chick, the Jake tennis player, talking about she half Japanese? She's all Jake. That's why she's on that level. Somebody please put the comment of the chick that tennis player that beat one of the was one of the sisters, either Serena. Somebody please correct me. Anyway, Osaka, whatever her name is. She's great in tennis because of her father, which was a Jake, actually a Levite. She a Levite. Okay. It says, fifth verse. Let's see what the fifth verse says, and I'll get ready to close it. And the Most High saw that the wickedness of men was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thought of his heart was only evil continually. So Jake became corrupt. So the Most High said, I'm gonna take these people, I'm gonna tear these people out the frame. Anyway, I think I said it, what I had to say. And with that, I'm gonna say shalom.